Hey Turtle fans, we're back with Season 4, Episode 3. I'm Shane.
I'm Tom.
Last episode, Tom, we ran into the Salamandrians, which we did have a version of his species. He was kind of known as a galactic threat, at least to the Krang. They hated him.
Yeah.
Right? It seemed like his actual civilization that he's from, they're like an honorable, kind of like a noble race of warriors. Like they're like the noble warrior type race, right?
Right.
And we had a little love interest with Raphael.
Yeah, which was, I wasn't expecting that because
yeah, me either.
You know, it's Raph. But I guess every other turtle is, I think to this point, has had some rendition of a love interest. Even Mikey had a little.
Who did Leo have?
I think Karai's, who I think deep down. I mean, it's not been brought out and said yet, but I kind of got the feeling that there was...
Yeah, there was something there, but it was also... Now I feel like it's become, oh, I found out she's my sister type of deal, you know what I mean? Even though it's like a stepsister, kind of, you know? They're not related by blood, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I got friends from high school. They were step siblings, and it literally was like a porno all the time. For years.
I did talk a little bit about how I'm still adjusting to this season.
I love this show, but in terms of this season, like that kind of emotional hook, like the Shredder Karai or the Karai Splinter thing, yeah, I need to find that.
It's different. It's a lot different. Like I said, it's, you know, I kind of think back to the season with the farm. Like it's different location, different objective.
Even there, we were licking our wounds. Splinter was gone. Here, it's like... You know, well, the Earth is gone. You know what I mean? And we got to find a way to bring it back. But it's almost like because the tone of the characters, like they're not like, man, like our home's destroyed, our father's dead, Karai's dead. They're just like that. They're having a good time. You know what I mean?
Unless they're maybe under the pretense that they're just assuming, like, yeah, we'll be able to pull this off and go back, and none of this will happen. But that would still be so much to try and comprehend mentally.
I know.
And emotionally, like time travel.
It's like in the finale, like we kind of had this thing at where they were like when Fugitoid showed up, they were like, oh wow, you know, they were like skating out of the Earth on the ship, and Michelangelo was like cheering, and then in the premiere it was like they were gloom and doom. I'm like, well, what happened in the 5 minutes? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I need to feel the emotional weight of the journey of like, oh, the Earth is dead, we're fighting for that. When you're playing Mass Effect 3, which you need to beat, there's stakes, and the stakes are high. And I feel like the game does a good job making you feel like, hey, this is really important. Like, this isn't like the first game where you're still discovering everything. Like, now you're fighting the bad guy here.
Right.
So that's, to me, you know, I guess what I want to see. You know?
Well, not to mention, you know, the pretense right now is still technically Splinter's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, guys, if you want to support us, check out our full-length uncut reactions and also early access.
Let's jump in.
Is there a training facility here? Or are they dreaming?
I don't know, it'd be sweet if there was.
We're not alone here.
That makes two of us.
Dog pound?
Chris Bradford always carries around 4 weapons of mass destruction.
Oh.
His arms and his legs.
Oh, snap! Chris Bradford!
I love it.
In all his previous iterations.
All 3 of them at the same time? This is so rad! Bring it, Dog Pound!
From Dog Pound to go from Dog Pound to Razar was crazy.
Yeah.
Don't hold back, guys!
Why would you hold back?
Bradford's out! Not bad. For holograms.
Oh, here we go.
Solid holograms. Ingenious. It was a little soft. Maybe you could dial it up next time.
I can program a rematch where your opponents actually break bones, if you'd like, Raphael.
Next time. My mighty mental powers command a giant double meat, all meat burger meal.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Dude, I love the Think of Food machine.
What?
Way less than 30 minutes or less.
Dude, we should stop. We should get out of here together and just stop and eat something real quick. Because we haven't done it. We haven't eaten together and talked.
I want a burger.
We have 6 months to find the pieces of the black hole device before the Triceratons find them. Are we still tracking the mothership?
Okay, big oops. I may have lost the Triceratons.
What? What kind of cyborg are you?
A distress signal.
The distress call is coming from this ship.
Are there any survivors?
Hard to tell, Captain. I'm getting lots of strange interference.
He's like,
Space rescue mission?
Yeah, I know, right?
That is so
Like Vader on the bridge. Oh, that's a cool visual.
you float around like that out in space.
I don't think so.
My sensors detect nothing alive on board that ship.
Nope, that's just horrible, Tom.
Eerie. I don't even have to be psychic to get a bad feeling about this place.
I have a bad feeling too. Like this is totally
Dude,
boring.
his
I wish something non-boring.
helmet's cracked.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I got it.
Maybe it's supposed to be kind of like he's Casey, you know, his teeth are cracked, his helmet's cracked.
I wouldn't go out there.
No, me either.
What's this?
Let's touch it.
Yeah.
What are you afraid of there, scaredy cat?
Nope.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
What are those? Call of Duty zombies.
Let's get out of here.
Pretty good shot there, April.
Yeah, I know. Oh, damn.
Okay.
Goongala! Oh, the pucks.
Oh, nice, dude.
I wonder how explosions work in space. I mean, there's no air. There's no fire in space, supposedly.
How odd.
I
There
don't
hasn't
know.
been an astro-zombie plague in 6,000 years.
Astro Zombie Plague.
Somebody left behind this cool-looking souvenir.
You found a hypercube? Hypercubes are keys to a higher plane where fifth-dimensional beings dwell.
Chris Bradford stars as Chris Bradford in Chris Bradford and his tour of crew. A Chris Bradford production.
I love it, dude. Chuck Norris.
I like that old school cartoon look.
Master C
Mr. T.
Yep.
and Sumo Glenn. Chris Bradford and his tour of crew.
We've run out of enemies to destroy, and none of them were fake, Master. What should we do, Felicia?
What is this?
Is there a new cartoon?
It was me all along.
Oh, man.
Felicia? For 3 years, I've loved a rubber suit.
I can't believe Chris Bradford had his own show back in the 80s. It's so lame, it's awesome!
I can't believe you used to worship that guy. What do you think, Casey? Casey?
Uh-oh.
You will be safe in here.
Where is this in the ship?
Stupid robot. It's mine. I found it. I'm supposed to open it.
Sure you are.
Yup, so he's been infected. Looks like a kind of like a Jedi Holocron a little bit. Yeah, brush your teeth. I am Shazam!
Casey, what are you doing with that thing? Professor said it was extremely dangerous.
It's all right as long as he hasn't opened it. Ew, it is extremely open.
Huh?
Hello, my friends. Nice to meet you. Let me greet you. You can call me Wyrm.
Wyrm.
I'm the most powerful worm in 10 dimensions. And all I want to do is grant you 3 little wishes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You can never make a wish to get more wishes.
Against the rules.
He's like the genie. Yeah.
The first wish has got to be save Earth, right? Stop the Triceratons.
But does that count as 2 wishes?
We could wish for universal peace throughout the galaxy.
How about something important? Like Casey Jones becomes the ultimate superhero in the universe.
Casey.
You already wasted a wish on those dumb astro zombies. Oh man, I wish you weren't such a big dummy. Oops.
He's laughing.
Oh, really? Now he's gonna be this.
I have the dopest bean in all of reality. What have I done?
It's okay. We still have the third wish. We can fix everything.
You just need to wish. So what's it gonna be? What's wrong? You scared of a teeny tiny wish?
Hold up. We're gonna discuss this carefully.
We've hit something.
The stars. They're
god! Our spaceship!
What the?
We are somehow trapped both inside and outside the hypercube simultaneously in a fifth-dimensional prison.
Our friend Wyrm here is one of the 3 reality-bending creators of chaos. They were put into fifth-dimensional prisons. Granting all 3 wishes frees the Wyrm of his prison forever.
Forget it, Wyrm. You'll never get a 3rd wish out of us.
Maybe this'll knock some sense into you.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, he disgusting.
We're super smart now. What do we do?
Ew.
Captain Wyrm knows how to deal with a mutiny.
Good lord.
Why even bother fighting me, you dweebs? I'm too tough
Dweebs.
for
I haven't heard dweeb.
Dude.
You actually sliced.
Oh, dude.
Wish I had an anti-worm laser cannon.
No. Well.
Oh no! Please! I know I was a little rude, a little wacky, a little off the wall.
I'd kill him.
Get a face full of this. What? That's not fair. Of course it's fair. Remember? Last rule. You can never ever make a wish to hurt a worm.
Yeah, Casey, you're all powerful knowing now. Think of something.
And now Wyrm is free to rule the cosmos.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Come on, I'll show ya. Space is much too crowded.
Killed, blowing up these planets?
There's nothing we can do, April. Wyrm is the most powerful being in reality. So it makes perfect sense for me, the most intelligent being in the universe, to join him.
What are you doing, Casey?
Teaming up with Wyrm. Time to play, fellas.
What is going on here?
This is a crazy episode, but it's entertaining. That's fine. I think the creators know, they understand, like, you can't just be in that monochromatic setting the whole time.
Right.
So they're going back to the city. We have these VR missions.
You and I will rule the universe together. Casey, you jerk! First, I
He's
need a little proof
kidding
of
with him, I
your
think.
loyalty.
That's what I'm hoping.
Destroy the turtle!
Let's squash him.
Casey, how could you?
But if I'm gonna take him out once and for all, I'm gonna need a wish.
Fine! You get a wish bonus!
I wish we never found that stupid hypercube in the first place.
What? You can't wish that. If you never found the cube, then none of this ever happened. And
Ew, look at inside his mouth.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And now you gotta make it.
No. Your wish is my command.
So eerie. I don't even have to be psychic to get a bad feeling about this place.
I have a bad feeling too. Like, this is totally boring. I wish some...
No! Don't wish anything. I don't know why, but just don't say a word.
There we go.
Red, what's the big deal?
My sensors detect nothing left alive on that ship. You should all return immediately. I believe I have a lead on the Triceraton mothership.
All right.
Hey, did you guys hear a voice? Never mind. I just had a weird sense of deja vu.
Imagine being stuck in that little cube for like a millennium.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
It's kind of a trippy episode, man. The idea of, you know, time and space and alternate dimensions. I know it made mention of, you know, a fifth dimension, and I know that physicists have theorized about, you know, different dimensions.
Yeah.
For us, different planes and things like that. And it's kudos to them.
It's always, to me, some of the most interesting things in storytelling.
It's just so far beyond my understanding of comprehension.
That's because it's not in our dimension.
Yeah, it's just, you know, are those things all solvable by equations?
I don't know. I think it's theoretical physics. I think they've proven there's more dimensions than just ours, though. Because we're in the third dimension.
Yeah.
And then there's, I think the fourth dimension's time. Pretty sure. Maybe that's the fifth dimension. But, you know, it's the idea, like, I don't know, how do you describe a being that is living on this piece of paper, and that's how it lives, and that's all it sees? Like, oh, there's more. There's a 3D version of that. You live in the 2D dimension.
Right.
And how do you tell us, like, oh, there's a fourth dimension? Like, what? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's length with height. Yeah, length with height. And
Depth.
I think that's it. I think the length with height is the third dimension. And then I think the fourth, I'm pretty sure it's time. But yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I mean, True Detective dips its toe into that a little bit as well. This show is, you know, as soon as that third wish was wished, I was like, well, what the fuck are they going to do? That's the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah, it's just, I kind of think now, like, what if you'd only made one wish and wished for everything to go back on Earth how it was? Even say half an hour prior to the Triceratons showing up for the Triceratons to have never existed. But that's your only wish. Because once you do that, the Wyrm ceases to exist in your reality because you wouldn't have ever met him.
Yeah.
Everything goes back to normal. But they bungled it up, Shane.
Yeah, they definitely did. Because it could have broken the show. Yeah, I mean, when you introduce something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked it for what it was. You know, I'm wondering if they have contract obligations to these actors. Like, you got to pay them. Or they can move on to a different show. So they had to, like, okay, well, they need a certain amount of episodes then, so we're using them. So, like, we're going to have this VR thing, and that way Bradford will be in it, and that way we'll have Clancy Brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked at the end how it reverted right back to where they left off. And he's just like, man, you know, I had that weird feeling of deja vu. And they just kind of, it's like, okay, well, if Casey would have said that, then this would have happened.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this numerous times, not even on this show, but I think some of the other things we react to about the idea of alternate timelines. I know we touched on it with, like, Back to the Future type stuff. And
yeah.
It's always really fascinating to me. It's a little bit over my head, to be honest with you. But I liked how it kind of wrapped it all up at the end of the show.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what, the voice actor was great. And I think I've heard him in other things, but I don't recognize really the actual actor. I just must have heard his voice. It's similar to Iago.
Yeah, I got that impression too a little bit, yeah. Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but not quite as over the edge.
Yeah.
But when he's blown up the planets and stuff like that, that was funny.
He's just got that maniacal laugh.
I just got so many Aladdin vibes. Like, you got these rules, and then it's like, this thing is somehow, like, you know, it's also zany and toony, and it's like, you know, like, Genie was, like, doing all these things that made him, like he's aware of the future because of all these pop culture things that he knew about.
Right.
That's why there's all these theories that Aladdin actually takes place in the future and it's a post-apocalyptic world. And Genie, that's why Genie knows all this stuff. Obviously, it's just a cartoon, and that's why, you know?
Right, yeah, like, Genie, like, selling, like, Aladdin t-shirts and stuff like that, and hot dogs.
Yeah.
He has the hot dog stand and everything.
Yeah, it's like a hot dog. Oh, that's because it's a post-apocalyptic world, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, the show, you know, it's a lot different, you know, and I like it a lot.
I do, too.
And I like this episode quite a bit. It was fun, it was different. But, you know, you know, like what Leonardo said. Like the Fugitoid, he somehow lost track of the Triceratons, and they need that. They have 6 months to do it. So if the show is like, okay, we got 6 months to play around and make these fun, weird episodes before we go back to New York and probably end the series.
But it was weird at the very end there. He said, I think I might have got a drop on Triceraton's location.
Yeah.
I don't recall him saying that before at any point prior to the zombie thing happening.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe they'll get back on course.
Maybe. So was there different creators of chaos? I think that's what he said. He said they're all imprisoned in the 5th dimension.
Yeah, creatures of chaos. It showed like 3 of them.
All right, yeah.
Like imprisoned in that cube for millennium.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
They also said that there has been an astro-zombie plague in thousands of years.
Well, none I've ever seen.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool that there is an astro-zombie plague in this world.
Yeah.
The idea that can happen.
I wonder if that was just like a little one-off, like, okay, this is kind of cool for this episode, or that might be one of those little Easter egg things that comes up later.
I wonder.
I mean, we have, presumably, we're going to have many, many episodes in space.
Yeah,
so.
Probably most of the season, so I don't know, but I don't got anything else.
Nope.
All right, guys, see you next week.